I am walking through the Queenstown Gardens. I just happened to stumble across this place. All I can say is that it is really cold. This is my first full day in Queenstown. It is about 1 p.m. I was gonna climb up that mountain, but now I'm looking at how tall it is and I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it to the top. But I see those sky lifts, the ones that are like right. I was gonna hike up there, and up there is Bob's Peak. The trail is called the Tiki Trail. I don't know if I want to do it now because it's so cold. There's a really nice view of the lake with snowy mountains in the back. Currently hiking up the Tiki Trail, which is a 1.5 mile hike up this mountain, and now I can actually see those sky lifts, which they call gondolas. The trail is pretty wet. Some of it is just like muddy like this. Anyway, this is the view. It's pretty crazy. Going up this hill made me question whether it would have been worth it to just take the sky lift up there. Do it for the memories, right? This is the only hike I'm gonna do here in New Zealand. Somehow, I will make it up there. I made it to the top, and there's people that are doing these go-karts, which they call luges, I don't really know. Then they take this thing up here that takes them back up to the hill, and apparently it's all gravity driven, and I'm pretty sure there's no like gasoline or anything in it. It's just all powered by the mountain because the mountain is going downhill. So they end up in the bottom of the hill, not the very bottom, but they end up down there somewhere, and then they take that thing all the way back up there. I'm planning on leaving Queenstown tomorrow. I'm gonna go to Anau tonight. I'm planning on getting this burger. I'm planning to go to Milford Sounds. Let's take a look at this view. Stunning. You see the mountains in the back. Anyway, I gotta try out this burger restaurant tonight, probably at like 11 p.m. When I hiked up that mountain yesterday, the one that's behind me, I did not bring my tripod, so I didn't really get a lot of good pictures up at the top, unfortunately, even though I did spend 1.5 hours hiking to the top. Queenstown is very pretty. Queenstown kind of reminds me of Wellington. Wellington doesn't really have mountains, not like this at least, but the reason why Queenstown kind of reminds me of Wellington, because of those houses on that hill. Wellington also has something just like that. Oh my god, what's wrong with you? Currently in Anau. I know I'm saying that completely wrong. It took me about 2 hours to drive here from Queenstown. I was driving in the rain most of the time, and then the rain stopped as I got closer to Anau. I arrived here about 3 hours ago. I am staying at a hostel. Well, there's 4 beds in a room, and it is an ensuite room. This is the eyesight. Every single little town / city has one of these for like the people that want information, you know, tourists like me. I still haven't decided whether I want to go on the west or east coast after this. Doubtful Sounds. I know there's glowworm caves. I should get some pictures before the sun sets. This is Lake Anau. This is called Anau Lakefront Backpackers Hostel. It has 4 beds. Anyway, I'll take the one next to the wall right there. Bathrooms, nothing really special. It's just this. So cute. I thought this was a stray cat, but I guess it just lives at this hostel. I was gonna spend 1 more day here, 1 or 2 more days here in Anau. I'm leaning towards wanting to drive towards Dunedin instead of the west coast. I changed my mind only because I realized how long of a drive it is to go up the west coast and then back to Christchurch. Milford sounds. I still have about 1 hour, 15 minutes to go. I'm planning on making several stops on the way there, depending on if it looks good or not. Apparently there's some good scenic views that are worth stopping for. Apparently though, Milford Sound is even prettier in the rain because it creates lots of waterfalls. Milford Sound is one of those things that I've been planning on seeing even before I came to New Zealand. So back when I was in Brisbane, Milford Sound was one of those things I was like, I'm definitely gonna go there. And I feel like I know New Zealand a lot better now that I've been here for almost 6 weeks. I'm currently at this place called Mirror Lakes. Look at this view. Honestly, can't believe I'm here right now. I still have an hour drive to go before I reach Milford Sound, but I know it's going to take longer because I'm going to stop a few times. And the sun's going to be set by the time I arrive, but hey, it's whatever. So apparently these ducks are the smallest ducks in New Zealand. Honestly, I can't tell because they're a little too far for me to see them that well. This is called Mirror Lakes. I'm still on this trail. Mirror Lakes behind me. On a perfectly clear day, it's supposed to be the water is like still. The reflection is supposed to be basically like a mirror of what the mountains up there are on the water. Right now the water is moving a little bit. Just gonna f up the car. Holy crap. What is it doing? It just bit that. Get off! Oh my god, stop it! There's a ring on this thing. I don't think they're gonna open it all day, according to the website. It's gonna be closed all day until tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. I was not smart enough to look it up before because my GPS usually will stop me from getting directions if a road is closed, but for some reason it did not do that today. So now I have driven 1.5 hours just to be met with this. So hopefully they open it tomorrow. Not the bird! I don't know if it's the same one. I think it's a different one. It's gotta be a different one. There's no way that, yeah, the other one was not hopping like that. Hey, I really like this car, to be honest, and I have to say goodbye to it soon. What kind of bird is called? It's called a Kia. It keeps biting at things on the car. It's like gonna ruin this car, for real. It's actually a very endangered species of bird in New Zealand, and they only exist around this area. And it's a parrot. It is only a few thousand of them left. I just really hope they open the road tomorrow. If they don't, then I'm probably just gonna have to head back. And there's another camper van over there. It has a ring around its foot, which causes it to kind of be like hopping. Oh, there you go. So apparently they're very intelligent birds. But it keeps biting the car, and it causes the car to have some minor wear and tear right there. Stop it! Like, yeah, they're fun to look at. You know, they're pretty big birds. They're huge birds. This morning, there were actually like a good amount of people. A lot of cars just like trying to drive over there, and found out that the road was closed. And today, they said they'll reassess it, which I read the update and I called the person and they told me that it's not going to be open today at all. There were several vans parked here in the morning, like maybe hoping that the road would open, but no. This road is the only road that you can drive to get to Milford Sound. Like, there is literally no detour. There's no alternative route. So this is like the only way in and the only way out. There's an avalanche, and it says the avalanche risk is very high on that sign over there. Currently driving to Milford Sound for the second time. This time I have finally made it past the area that was blocked off yesterday and the day before. I found out that the road is opening today at 1 p.m. so I decided I'll just come back here because it's not like I was that far away. Anyway, so there's this tunnel that's coming up sometime. Finally made it to Milford Sounds. I guess it is nice 'cause it looks like the shadow, you know, because like there's a mountain right there, and then it looks like the shadows in the background.